So this is the preparation videos for your first test in math. Something I added to the summaries just now that I see was not on the summaries is if you look here, it says an element for addition, 'n identiteitselement vir optel. Now, what that means is what, and this is addition. Addition, remember, means plus. So, what plus anything will always give you the same number, and that's 0. Okay? So, the element of addition is always 0. The identiteitselement. You have to put something with another number and still end up with the same. That can only be 0 because anything else you would add to a number will give you a new number. The next is factors of faktore. Now, when you do this, I'm just going to do the easy one. Remember, it's a number that goes into another number. There should not be any remainders. 'n nommer wat in 'n ander nommer kan indeel sonder enige reminders. Oh my word. Okay. So kom ons vat 12 byvoorbeeld. Factor of 12. Now always remember that 1 and 12 are factors, one in itself. Then find the middle. What's the half of 12? It's 6. Okay, so that only leaves those to test. So, can you take 2 and put it into 12 without remainders? Yes, you can. Can you do 3? Yes, you can. Can you do 4? Yes, you can. 5? No. So there's all your factors for 12. So if they ask you to work out your factors, work with 1 first, the number itself, half of that number, and then go do the rest. Nog iets wat ek onder jou aandag wil bring. It said here an element for addition, 'n identiteitselement vir optel. Now what if I have multiply? Nah, vermenigvuldiging. So this means what can I multiply with a number for that to stay the number? So multiply, the element for multiply would always be 1. Die identiteitselement vermenigvuldiging sal altyd 1 wees. Because I could put literally any number with 1 and I'll always end up with 1. With the number, sorry. Prime numbers, priemgetalle. I put a 100 chart here for you. You need to work out your prime numbers, study them also. I always say you need to know the first few, which is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. But if they give you a number which is much higher than the ones that you normally would just, remember, do the following and go work out your factors, right? Let's say, for example, the factor of 31, right? If you work out the factors for 31, so you will know immediately that 1 and 31 will go in there. What's the half of 31? 31's half would literally be 15 and a half, which means that doesn't count. Then you know after 50 nothing is going to go into 31 because it doesn't even have a half, right? But then go this way. You can't do 2 because it's not a even number. 3 won't go in there. 4, 5, 6. Nothing is going to go in there. If you want to test it on your calculators. You'll see it's going to, all of these are going to give you remainders, which mean 31 only has 2 factors, 1 and itself. And that means 31 is actually a prime number. Okay, a priemgetal. So you know the prime numbers, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. If they give you a higher number, work out which number does not have multiple prime numbers. So then you can actually figure out Is it a prime number? If it's got 3 or more prime factors, sorry, if it's got 3 or more factors going in, which means it's a compound numbers, you will not get a prime number. So if, let's say, for example, I now do 26, right? I know 1 is going in there, and I know 26 is going in there. Half of 26 is 13. Okay, so there's already 1, 2, 3. So I don't even have to work out these to tell me 26 will not be a prime number. 26 is a compound number, 'n saamgestelde getal. So the following word is in Afrikaans veelvoudig, or in English multiple. What does this word mean? If I ask you, give me the multiples of 50, right? That's the question. Give me the multiples of 50. You're going to write it like this. Multiples of 50, of in Afrikaans veelvoudig van 50. And then it's going to be 50, 100, 150. You normally give about 6. If they don't ask you, listen, give me the 6 multiples of a number, then you normally just give me like 6 of them. So multiple veelvoudig beteken you times in that, right? You count in it. So it's 50 times 1, 50 times 2, 50 times 3. That's basically, so you count in 50s. If they ask you for veelvoudig van 6 multiples, 6, 12, 18, and then you give me the following 6. And then you just put down at the end 3 dots. 3 dots means it's ongoing. Okay, so multiples and veelvoudig. Then I'm jumping over to BODMAS. Guys, if you don't remember the sequence, what BODMAS is, then you will get your sums incorrectly. You have to know brackets, then others, which is your exponents, half, such as that. Just close that. And then number 4, multiples or division. Maal of deel, hang af wat sy een kom eerste. Done plus minus, whichever comes first. I'm going to give you guys a few of these sums to practice on your own, and you can send me pictures or ask questions. But remember BODMAS, and then please remember this. Two of the same symbols, plus plus, gee vir jou plus, minus minus gee vir jou plus. Two of the same symbols are positive. Two different symbols will give you a negative. Plus, minus, minus. Minus, plus, minus. Different symbols, negative. Right, so here's 3 sums you can practice with. And just do remember that there is multiply, because that's multiply and that's a x, right? So those are both multiply, multiply. It's not an x.